trophy this season, the Europa Conference League.
The World Cup draw has been revealed in front of us, my friends, and honestly, you've probably never seen script writing like this. Hollywood looks weak compared to this, brother. What are you even talking about? What are you talking about? Look at the three host nations of this World Cup, USA, Canada, and Mexico, and look at the groups they've landed in. On USA's table, you have Paraguay and Australia. Now look at Mexico's group, South Africa and Korea Republic. Man, are we even surprised? Am I literally blind? Hold on a second. Canada has Qatar and Switzerland, and of course they'll qualify, my friends. Just look at these groups. All three host nations, look at the groups they've gotten, my friends. Wow, what a beautiful World Cup.
What we're about to witness, Trump is the guy who's been involved in this whole draw. Was that kid even real? What a next-level presentation these guys put on. They even brought Kevin Hart on stage, Big Shot Michael, calling in all the stars, you know? This World Cup that's coming in about 180 or 190 days, there will be matches early in the morning. I'm telling you, the evening atmosphere, the way these guys will handle the marketing. I mean, the World Cup doesn't even need marketing, but my friends, the script writing. I'm not even joking. I remember the 2018 World Cup. Russia hosted it. Russia was getting caught up in all kinds of hooligan trouble, my friends, but Putin handled the whole situation. They did it. Russia went all the way from the quarters to almost the semifinals in that World Cup. Let's be honest. Again, brother, I'm not here to say robbery, rigged, or that everything is planned. That's not what I'm claiming. I'm just saying, my friends,
if Argentina and Portugal, because you know what, let me get straight to the point. Listen to me. Bro, just listen. Why will people watch this World Cup? Of course, because it is the World Cup, because it's football, right? But even that won't be the complete reason this time, my friends. You have the GOAT generation here, Ronaldo and Messi. This is the complete last dance. After this, you won't see them again. You won't even see their faces. This is their last World Cup. Are you crazy, brother? After this, it's over. There's nothing after these 180 days, 190 days left. After that, nothing. International football, I'm literally forgetting it. I don't think I'll ever see a Messi again. I will not see a Ronaldo again. It's impossible, okay? Then you have the Mbappés, the current generation, the Haaland types, the Yamal types, whoever else is coming up. The roster is insane. This World Cup's roster is absolutely crazy. Are you mad? I mean, okay, brother, we've had World Cups before, 2009, 2018, 2002. I agree. I respect them.
But this World Cup, its hype will be on another level altogether. I'm telling you, it doesn't even need marketing. The hype will create itself, my friends. I've seen World Cups before, 2018, 26, 2002. I agree, my friend, but the hype of this World Cup will be on another level. I'm telling you, it doesn't need marketing. The hype will happen, my friends. Look, the draw is in front of me. Honestly, my friends, this World Cup is different. There will be 48 teams, not 32. More games, more money. You know the scheme. Everybody knows it, my friends. Earlier, there were 70 games in a World Cup. Now there will be 114. The round of 32 will also happen, which didn't before. All that you know. So honestly, I was a little confused about the whole draw. I thought, bro, it might be boring, too much. But when I saw the draw, my friends, honestly, I enjoyed it. I think every game will be interesting, my friends. Some groups, some games, if they show money and also play, it might get tricky to watch a bit. Some groups are like that, of course, because 48 teams are playing.
but I literally can't escape it. I'll get straight to the point. Simple. I'll start simple. I'm not going group by group. Forget that. I'll go straight to the point, my friends. First, I'll talk about Portugal's group. Simple, bro. Here we'll make predictions, analyze, do some moves, be quiet. The sun is shining in a triangle. You can literally see it in my eyes right now, my friends. I'm not joking. It's afternoon, and we're looking at this. Listen, bro. First, we have to talk about it. Portugal's team, which will qualify, my friends, has Uzbekistan and Colombia. Colombia will play aggressively, hitting hard. Luis Diaz is active. James Rodriguez will be in the World Cup. This team reached the Copa America finals. I still remember. It's a strong team, crazy type of team. Portugal would want to avoid them. By the way, people are hyping Portugal a lot. I've already talked about Portugal in detail. People are saying they're the favorites, and honestly, I wouldn't disagree. Their roster is crazy. Honestly, the number 9 issue, Ronaldo, everyone talks about it. Of course, I won't go beyond that, my friends.
This group, Portugal should top it, really, because here's why. Argentina's group, which many people are calling easy, Argentina, Algeria, Austria, Jordan, I don't know. Now that I actually think about it, I don't know, because Algeria could give trouble. You never know with African teams. Players like Mars Warris, anything can happen. Austria, Rolf Rangnick is the guy. He can perform a heart surgery on the team that he didn't even do at Manchester United. He operates at a whole different level. You never know, bro. You really don't. At this point, what am I expecting from a World Cup? Is any game really easy? Tell me, last time Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia in the World Cup, and Mexico, who knows what happened there? Bro, nothing is certain. I'm just saying this as a joke, my friends. So the group, but I still expect Argentina to top their group, right? Okay, fine. Now here's the tricky part, the script writing, the kind Hollywood would do, my friends. If Argentina tops their group and Portugal tops theirs, these two could face each other in the quarterfinals of the World Cup, considering the round of 32 and round of 16, which is again a probability.
But still, bro, we're sitting here hoping both teams qualify, of course. So the script writing says they will eventually face each other in the quarterfinals. Argentina versus Portugal, maybe this happened 13 years ago in a friendly. I don't even remember if I ever watched a competitive game at that level. I don't think we'll be able to handle it. What action? Are you crazy, bro? It will be the biggest sporting event in sports. It'll be absolutely insane. No, I think it might even be bigger than the World Cup final. The USA World Cup final, this could be bigger. Big game, honestly, because it all boils down to this, my friends. Now, here's the scene. If we talk about football, I want to focus on this game first. I don't know if it will happen or not, but still, since this is the main topic, honestly, I'll tell you from my heart. It's almost impossible to predict who will win, which is a good thing, by the way. Earlier, I'd have said Argentina are World Cup champions. They'll beat Portugal easily. But Portugal, bro, I just don't know why, but something's bothering me a little bit. I don't know why. I just think they can do something, my friends. I just think they can do something.
Am I being delusional? I don't know. I don't know who will play, who won't. Will Ronaldo play or not? I don't know. I don't even know. Roberto Martinez, Portugal's coach, is everywhere. He's giving podcasts. He's saying Ronaldo's a very good guy. He's praising Ronaldo. Basically everywhere. Podcasts are different, my friends. People say a lot of things in podcasts. But when it comes to actual playing, the real running, pressing, tactics, when Argentina's Julian Alvarez goes up and down he goes, Ronaldo will try to escape, bro. Honestly, my friends, I read a stat that Ronaldo ran the least of any number 9 in the entire World Cup, like last year's Euros, the least. Of course, Ronaldo is putting in effort, but in context compared to others, his fitness and energy levels aren't the same. Ronaldo plays smartly. He positions himself well in the box. You know his game. Of course, I'm relying on Portugal's full team around them, bro. I think they should dominate. They should dominate.
When you have players like Vitinha, Nuno Mendes, I'm mentioning 3 of them, by the way, the whole Portugal team is running. Bruno Fernandes, Militao, these 3 or 4 guys are key. That's where the situation is settled. If they go, they go. If they don't, it literally depends on luck. Honestly, it depends on injury. If they stay fit for the World Cup, they'll go. I'm not joking. They'll go. Heart-driven players, bro. They'll do it. But again, if I focus only on Argentina versus Portugal, there's another thing that excites me. I think this game might be huge because the selling point is Messi versus Ronaldo, of course. My dad, our measure of greatness. But this game could be bigger than them. Ideally, both will start, of course. But young players in Argentina, De Paul, Dibu Martinez, and others, these 2 guys, Giovanni Simeone, right? Now, Argentina will come as a changed team. This isn't the same old team where we just pick the usual Enzo or De Paul. The guys are different now. The center backs are different. So what kind of moves will they make, my friends? The quality is high, the effort is high, the depth is even more.
I mean, Argentina won the World Cup, bro. I'm not complaining, but they have even more. Imagine being the world champions and having even more depth. That's what they have. Honestly, I can't pick a winner in this game. I just can't. And I think it's a win for Portugal. The reason I'm not saying Portugal will fail or lose is because of the difference in coaches. Of course, there's Savani. Portugal has Roberto Martinez. He's different. I know him well. But again, I'll stop the discussion here. For this game, my World Cup, bro, a lot will happen, but I want to focus on this. For me, this game is my dream game. I want it. I don't want a World Cup final between Argentina. No, I don't want that. I want it to happen in the quarterfinals. Let there be chaos. Just make it happen. Move forward. Bro, literally this World Cup dream final won't even happen. Their World Cup final won't happen. It will just remain a dream. Of course. Now, I'll come to the next part. Simple. I'll talk about the group of death. For me, it's very easy to explain, my friends.
France, Senegal, those who qualify, maybe Poland, maybe Norway. So in one group, you could have Haaland, Lewandowski, and Mbappé all in the World Cup. Group I, easily the group of death. What else? Senegal has Nidier, goalkeeper Mendy. I mean, if I start naming players, the atmosphere is intimidating.
But honestly, my friends, I think the whole stage, because when I talk about France, they have World Cup favorites, no doubt. I'm talking forward line strength, mouth watering, and from the back, solid defense. Dangerous team. I don't even need to say anything. There's no weakness you can point a finger at. Midfield is solid. Pogba is back. If Pogba is back, there will be fireworks, seriously. I'm not joking. If Pogba returns, people are talking about Neymar coming back in this World Cup too. But Pogba's return, I'm saying in January, the warmth will spread, or rather the cold will spread in the World Cup. Seriously. Honestly, I pray that Pogba plays the way he does. He passes the ball perfectly to Mbappe. He'll deliver the golden boot, maybe even the golden ball. I'm saying this seriously, not joking. Whoever is in front, if Pogba is fit, I know it's a wide thing because France also has Kante. France has depth. They have experienced players, pragmatic, calls the right plays. The old school guys from Ghaziabad, of course, there's control. It's a top team, let's be honest. A top team. Many people expect a lot from Norway in the World Cup. But I don't know, I think this group is bad for Norway, bro. Considering Norway as a dark horse, they were supposed to advance, but they got France and Senegal in the same group. I just hope Norway doesn't become a disappointment. I don't want them to be a disappointment, bro. I want Haaland because for him, maybe it's his only chance for a Ballon d'Or or individual top-level recognition, I guess. I would want that to happen.
But this group of death is another one that really interests me when it comes to a little death in football, my friends. For me, it's very clear. Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti. Haiti. Well, the classic story of elephant and the ant, I don't even know when I heard it, my friends. Here, Haiti is the ant. Because Brazil and Morocco. By the way, Morocco was semi-finalists in the World Cup. Hakimi, their star. Their coach Ragragi, whatever his name is, he still retained. They are unbeaten throughout the qualifiers. Morocco is a deadly team. Brazil, I think, Brazil, in my opinion, will be a favorite for many of you in terms of the story. Ancelotti is the coach. Dulare Dalu is the coach. Neymar is returning. So much anticipation. The most successful nation in world football, 5 World Cups. They naturally carry huge expectations, which makes sense. Brazil's story, in my opinion, is the most unique. Here's the story. If all other teams get knocked out, if someone is supporting Spain and Spain goes out, Argentina goes out, everyone will turn to Brazil. I think this will be the scene for Brazil, honestly. Not because of Vinicius, people hate Vinicius, but because of Neymar. Ancelotti himself has said, my friends, that if Neymar stays fit, he will be in the World Cup.
And Neymar is struggling right now. I'm not joking, he's playing despite injury, scoring hat-tricks, everything's going well for Santos. I mean, come on, bro. Again, we can't be greedy here because the World Cup is already sorted in terms of player quality. But bro, I want Neymar. I can't watch this World Cup without Neymar. Of course, we'll see the games, but you get me. Neymar is needed. Neymar is required. Now, to face Morocco, it's tricky. Tough group. Scotland is a gritty team. McTominay, what are we talking about? McTominay finished above a lot of players in Ballon d'Or rankings in these teams. Maybe above Vinicius. I'm not sure. Sorry, my brain. That guy. We won't take Scotland lightly. Bill Gilmore is playing in Napoli. McTominay isn't playing there. The guys are hardworking. Honestly, you can't mess with them. This is a very tough group, even for Brazil, because there are huge expectations from them. Another group I want to talk about, this is the third group I'll come to, is Group H, Spain, Uruguay. Here I'll pause a bit. Of course, also Saudi Arabia, Cape Verde. The smallest nation, I think, among Curacao or Cape Verde, any of them, population-wise, qualifying for the World Cup. Spain, Uruguay. This, is the only game I'm really interested in watching, honestly, on a footballing level. People will talk about other games, of course, on a footballing level.
Marcelo Bielsa is the coach for Uruguay. Chita is the coach. Of course, no issues. He's coached in Spain before with Bilbao. Spanish players play in Uruguay. You know that. Spain, they're the Euros winners. Pedri, the same guys from Barcelona, and now some new players from other clubs as well. Maybe Carlos, maybe Hausen. This time, the team looks a bit more balanced and very interesting. That's the kind of team it will be. On a footballing level, I still think Spain will play the best football. That's what I expect from them, because I know they have a strong squad. If Cucurella plays at left back, he'll prove himself. Honestly, I think Luis Enrique knows how to get the pragmatism out of Spain. It's not just about beauty. He knows Cucurella has to spread his chains and attack. Last time, Spain had a backline of, let's be honest, my friends, they won't go all out with just young players. They'll play properly, not just fling the ball around. So Spain is a game I'm very interested in. It's an interesting group. Then I come to another interesting group, Group L. England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. I think that's also a group of death, my friends. England versus Croatia. People have high expectations from England this time. On paper, people say Spain's midfield is better, Netherlands is better, Portugal's is better, but listen to England. Rice, Bellingham, Palmer, Foden in form, in top form, I'm saying, by the way. And don't forget Adam Wan-Bissaka. These guys.
Don't forget, they'll start strong. Big teams, deadly midfielders. Honestly, sometimes as a number 10, if Kane plays, my backline, bro, scary, scary Croatia. People say it's an old team. Modric is old, all that, but still I think it's a deadly team. Whenever a national team has a consistent coach, they manage it well. They get it done. I want to highlight the players who could stand out. Honestly, Ghana was in that top 4. Guys like Mohamed Kudus, maybe Salisu. These are strong players, a good team, bro. So this has become a group of death. Wait, listen, this England group has become a group of death. Now, Panama, bless them, they'll just see how it goes. Honestly, do I expect England to go far in the World Cup? They should be playing in the final. They have that team. First year or not in the World Cup, you get these years to build a project. Ultimately, they should be playing in the World Cup. They have that team. Honestly, very tough group, bro. It's a good group. Then I'll come to an easier group, like a little easier. I'm happy with Belgium's group. Group G, Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. Nothing too crazy.
There's not much to say. Belgium has Courtois, Doku, De Bruyne. Iran is consistent in the World Cup. Egypt has Salah. So it's a good group. I think Belgium has an easy group, an easy one. Also for Group E, Germany, Costa Rica, Ivory Coast, Ecuador. It's a difficult group. I know Ecuador for many people is their World Cup pick. Ivory Coast and others is strong physical African teams. Of course, Germany should still do it. They should still qualify. I think Germany is being underrated by many people. If Musiala comes back and Volte made plays, Volte made a huge impact. He's doing something different, really impressing. Honestly, for Germany, they could do it. Nagelsmann is still the coach. They failed in the Euros by a margin against Spain. I remember. Could he be down? No, honestly, as a coach, he'll never be down. Then a very interesting group, Netherlands, Japan, and whichever team qualifies. Netherlands versus Japan, I can see Netherlands clearing top 2 easily. Again, people have high expectations from Netherlands, but I think they have the most balanced midfield in Europe, by the way. Gravenberch, De Roon, Frankie de Jong, Xavi Sims, guys. It will be crazy, my friends. I think we've discussed all groups. Of course, we've gone through groups J and K. Honestly, the most interesting game in the group stage for me is Spain versus Uruguay, my favorite game. Honestly, Portugal versus Colombia is another one.
Honestly, seriously, my friends, it's a bigger of the bigger match. And just for the names, France versus Norway, just for the names, by the way, just for the names, like Mbappé, Haaland, I want to see it. I want to see it. Right now, we're going to watch Man City and Madrid with Mbappé and Haaland. It will be crazy, friends. We've already discussed the other groups, A, B, C. The brackets are also in front of you. All these things, we still have plenty of time to unpack. I'm so excited, I can't even explain. It could be France and Germany in the bracket. It could be Portugal and Argentina. So many things. Brazil could also be in that bracket. Anything can happen, friends. It will be crazy. Drop your predictions. What's going to happen? What do you feel? Tell me. I can't wait to get started, friends.